All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So, in this one, I wanted to focus in on Justin Fields' running ability, right? Someone who is a top 5 running quarterback in football. You got guys like Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Josh Allen, right? Justin Fields is right in that mix as a runner. This is someone who I feel like, in a sense, it's weird because, right, Justin Fields is not really considered a franchise quarterback at this point in time, although he, of course, has the opportunity to do that this season. But he's not someone that, if you're just kind of picking quarterbacks, Madden style, fantasy style, whatever, like to start a team, like a lot of people are going to go with like Mahomes and Josh Allen and Lamar and Joe Burrow, all these different guys. You're probably going to go through a decent amount of quarterbacks before you get to Justin Fields. So it's going to sound kind of funny here, but I do feel like Justin Fields does raise the floor for this Jets offense to a certain degree, right? In the sense of when the play breaks down, this guy can extend plays, right? Buy time, escape the pocket, keep his eyes down the field, and find someone deep down the field. Another factor is escaping the pocket and watching him move up the field. As, again, a runner, he's very difficult to bring down an open field. He can put moves on defenders, but it's like when guys go to tackle him, like he just doesn't go down on first contact. Like he has like the center of gravity. He's really balanced as a runner, really strong as a runner too. It's like guys don't pick it up when they, go to make a play. He doesn't just fall down and crumble like a lot of quarterbacks do. And also too, for better or for worse, he doesn't just, look to slide immediately. If there's room to pick up an extra 7-8 yards, he's going to do that. He's not like running around deer in headlights, head on a swivel, freaking out that he's beyond the line of scrimmage with the football and guys are looking to take his head off. No, he's like looking to score. We've seen long stretch plays from Justin, 35 yards, 39 yards. What do you have, a 65 plus yarder a couple years ago? Crazy plays. There was one play against Myles Garrett where he like puts him on skates. It's ridiculous. And just for context, if we look at Justin Fields' rushing numbers through 4 years as a quarterback, not running back, quarterback in football, the numbers are honestly remarkable, right? Keep in mind, he's missed some games due to injury. He's missed some games, because he's been a backup, whether it's last season with Pittsburgh, Russell Wilson, or even that first season back in 2021. But if we take a look at these first 4 years, Justin has over 2,500 rushing yards, 19 rushing touchdowns in 4 years, and he's missing games, right? Go back to 2022, which wasn't all that long ago, over 1,100 rushing yards in 15 games. 8 touchdowns, dude. Are you kidding me? With a long of 67 yards in only 160 attempts, which averages out to 7.1 yards per attempt. Again, for context, here's Breece Hall's numbers. I think it's fair to say Breece Hall is a good running back in football. Lots of upside. He's in a contract season. It's a big year for him. But in 3 seasons, Breece Hall has 2,333 rushing yards, 14 touchdowns in 512 attempts. Go back to Fields' numbers, that's more yards, more touchdowns in less than 100 attempts? And granted, Fields has played in 10 more games, but we're comparing a good running back to a quarterback here. There should be a massive distinction between those two to begin with. And the fact that Justin Fields has had a season where he's had more rushing yards, more touchdowns, less attempts in less games than Breece Hall's best season, I think there's something there. I think that's relevant to talk about as far as, opposing defensive coordinators, game planning, and trying to prepare for Jets offense. And also, for what it's worth, did the Steelers ever give Justin the system that perfectly fits his skill set? I think it's debatable, and I would probably lean towards no. Now, it's up in the air if the Jets and Tanner Engstrand will do that. But I got to say, if they sign Justin Fields to a 2-year deal on the first day of free agency, we pass on all these quarterbacks in the draft, all to say, Justin, you learn our system. We're not budging. Round peg in a square hole. You do what we have to say, and there's no sort of wiggle room. There's no sort of, adjustments being made to fit Justin as a runner, to fit his strengths as a player. I think that would just be ridiculous. And quite frankly, I'm going to be, that would not really give me the best first impression of Tanner Engstrand in this Jets offense, right? You got to build the system around the players that you have, especially the guys that you handpick in Justin. especially if we're talking about the quarterback position. So I think there's real talent here. And again, I think for me, the term high floor, it's kind of interesting because when you think of a high floor player, you think of someone who doesn't mess up. You think of someone who doesn't turn the ball over. You think about someone who can just kind of manage the game. Alex Smith, Tyrod Taylor back with the Buffalo Bills, guys like that. And Justin hasn't really been that type of player throughout the course of his career. But again, I think with this Jets team, he provides a high floor in the sense of when the play breaks down, I can make something happen, whether that's throwing the football, whether that's running the football. If you guys want to call quarterback design runs, I can now do that. If you guys want to call quarterback sneaks, if you guys want to call tush push, goal line, 4th and inches, 3rd and inches, right? Red zone, really utilize Justin Fields' legs here. You know, I get Mark Sanchez was not a running quarterback, but I get flashbacks of 3rd and goal, 4th and goal, Rex Ryan. Spread out, 5 wide. Mark Sanchez snaps the ball, looks out wide, pump fakes, and then books it up the middle. Imagine Justin Fields doing that. And all he has to do is find one gap to slip through, right, at his size. You know, again, not going down on first contact with his speed. It's another big thing with Justin Fields too, top end speed. Like when you look at like the more advanced analytics, Justin Fields can move. Like he's one of the faster quarterbacks in football too. He's not just like clunking around out there like super heavy footed, like boom, 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 like up the field. No, he gets on it and moves. Like he could get like 0 to 100 really, really quickly. Acceleration is solid. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section on this. How much of an impact, and again, as a Jet fan, kind of because you're looking at all these past quarterbacks, right? Darnold, Mike White, Aaron Rodgers, Zach Wilson, all these different guys. Josh McCown, you'd probably have to go back to Geno Smith to talk about someone who is, you'd probably have to go all the way back to Geno Smith to find someone similar to Fields from an athletic profile as a runner. And, you know, it's been a long time since Geno was here, and even Geno was like pass first, you know, pocket guy. And then, you know, if need be, he will run. But Geno would also look to throw it away, and he would take a bunch of sacks and stuff like that. So I think they're kind of two different players. But the point is, it's been a long time since the Jets have had a real rushing threat at the quarterback position. And I'm excited to see how it plays out. Anyway, thanks so much, and as always, go Jets.